Hello and welcome to English Football Team Name Suffixes Part 2. In this video I will talk about 5 different English football team name suffixes. Okay, if you saw the first video I already talked about town, like Newport Town or Ipswich Town. I talked about city, like Leicester City or Manchester City, and I talked about United, like Manchester United, Newcastle United, and Sheffield United. Now, in this video, I will start with these 3. Okay, let's look at the first one. Here, county. County. So 2 examples of this would be Derby County and Notts County. Both of these teams in England play in the middle of England, in the Midlands we call it. They are actually very close together, these teams. And county is a region in the UK. It means a UK region. It's similar to a state in the USA or a province in Canada, but these are a lot smaller. So I think there are something like 120 counties in England. And of course, England is a pretty small country. So yes, county means a UK region. Confusingly, neither Derby nor Notts is the name of a county in England. Derby is in Derbyshire and Notts is in Nottinghamshire. You can tell a county in English because it often ends in the suffix shire, S-H-I-R-E. But in native UK English we pronounce this shire. So Derbyshire, Nottinghamshire. Okay. So the first one, county, is geographical. It's about a region. Number 2 here is Albion. Albion. Such as Brighton and Hove Albion and West Bromwich Albion. Now, I didn't know this before researching for this video, but Albion is actually an ancient word or name for Great Britain. So, of course, ancient means very old. So many years ago. I think this was from early Greek word, meaning an island, I believe. So it's an ancient name for Great Britain. So it's like the Brighton and Hove team from Great Britain. That's the meaning of this one. Okay. And there are just 3 teams, professional English teams with Albion. Brighton, West Brom, and Burton Albion as well, which is located in a similar area of the country to Derby and Notts County. And the final one is kind of an obvious one. Athletic. Athletic. So 2 examples of this one would be Charlton Athletic and Wigan Athletic. Charlton play in London, in the south of London, and Wigan play in the north of the country, kind of near Manchester. And athletic here originally comes from the team being an athletics club. So it's very typical of UK football teams that old stadiums would have a running track around the outside because many of them were originally athletics club. So these 2 are examples, and also in the team I support, AFC Bournemouth, the A stands for Athletic and Football Club Bournemouth. Okay, so we have 3 of these new suffixes here, county, Albion, and Athletic. So now I will clean the board and I will give you 2 more. Okay, and the final 2 suffixes I will talk about have a very similar meaning. So the first one here is Rovers. Rovers. 2 examples of this would be Blackburn Rovers and Bristol Rovers. And this word Rovers comes from the English verb to rove, which means to travel from place to place. Okay? And a synonym in English would be to roam. So originally, Rovers didn't play just in one place. They travelled around and played in many different places. So that's why we call these ones Rovers. Now the second one, you can see is a little bit similar. Wanderers, Wanderers. Two examples of this would be Wolverhampton Wanderers. They're more commonly known just as wolves, like the animal. Or Wycombe Wanderers. Now, the verb to wander means to walk or move around without a specific reason or specific place to go. So often this word, the verb wander, we will use in English, for example, to wander around a park. If you're just moving around just to have a walk, you don't need to be somewhere very fast, we would use the verb wander. So Rovers and Wanderers both mean moving around, and the origins of these teams means that they both had no permanent home ground. No permanent home ground. Which means there wasn't a fixed place they always used to play. They would travel around. Okay, so that was part 2 of English football team name suffixes. We talked about 5 different suffixes in this video. We talked about county, like the area in the UK. We talked about athletic, so the origin of a team that used to be an athletics club. We talked about Albion, which is an ancient name for Great Britain. And finally, these 2 similar names, Rovers and Wanderers. 2 names meaning the teams had no permanent home ground and used to move around or travel around to play their matches.